Welcome to your reading. Welcome to your reading. For today, I've already done an energy check short, and in that we had the Judgment card at the bottom of the deck, and we had the Nine of Pentacles, and I'm using the Everyday Witches Tarot mini deck. So I'm going to keep these two cards here because this is a very important energy, okay? You have the Ace of Swords here again. So promise this is the last card before. So what I've noticed is that a lot of us are moving on our own intended individual solo journey. So I titled the short video the Soloist Movement, okay? So the solo when more and more people start detaching from like systematically inflicted listlessness and purposelessness without the entire group of people that we associate with. If you've noticed, the louder it gets, like physical noises, static in your mind, as well as, you know, you might feel like energy pushing in through your body somewhere from the outside. We've reached a stage, or at least I've reached a stage, where I see this as just a confirmation, as a check, like, okay, check on the on the facts, that fact checklist. Like, okay, fact of the matter is that I've moved forward and away from toxicity. I've detached enough, and so has somebody else, or a few more people who needed that sort of freedom of movement, who are also very remarkable individuals. Okay? And they found their own individual happiness as well, the Sun card. So even if it feels very negative and very hurtful, this is still a sign from the universe, okay? This is still a sign. And also, it could possibly be the best way that they can catch people who are inflicting a lot of nuisance around. All right, so uncivilized. So civility and dignity will in the end win. Look at how gracefully she's moving forward, and how gracefully she's sitting. The Nine of Pentacles lady, she's sitting down, she's doing her own thing, she's reading her material. So like at the lounge, there are people who are sitting down with their, you know, there are plants and trees and stuff as well, like indoor stuff, and people are sitting on the lounge chairs and, you know, eating, drinking, reading a book, spending time by themselves, waiting for their flight to be ready. There are other people, you know, there are musicians, there are entertainers like we saw before, like, you know, creating a good environment, a good ambience, a great aesthetic for the passengers, the staff to be in, you know, creating good energies. This is also like, this is what I was thinking about this card all these hours, is that the story of the Pied Piper, where all the rats follow the Pied Piper into the and fall over into the canyon and die, and the Pied Piper cures the town of the problem, but then they refuse to pay him, and then he takes all the children along. So I think that story here, it's evolved because the Pied Piper is only accompanied by, like, this cat, and obviously the rats can't follow. So we know that there is no infestation here. So if you're feeling like, this toxic energy attack, it's just an echo. It's just an echo. There is possibly no other way for you to know very clearly that it's done, it's over. It's just an echo. It's like, and also there is a butterfly there that signifies freedom. So you're free. So this is it's a freedom round. Okay, it's a freedom round. And the portion with the children, this was just to, I don't think the Pied Piper really, it was about money. It was about being respected. Okay, so the money is just an instrument. It's a tool. It's there for many other reasons. Okay, I think we're reaching that point. We're reaching that point in our civilization, at least the civilized souls. And obviously he wouldn't have driven the children off the cliff, but it was just to open the town folks' eyes to the fact that it will take you this much to treat an individual who's rid you of a problem well. It will take threatening to push your children off the cliff to show respect to another individual, especially the one who has provided such a remarkable service. I mean, I'm sure he played excellent music at the same time. The Pied Piper played excellent music. So there was that creating of beautiful tunes and melodies. And anybody who's basically going through heightened noise harassment around, feeling harassed by noise, like, ruckus, noise nuisance around them, you'll will appreciate this even more. Like, it was just to show the townsfolk that it will take so much to, it will take that extreme to get some respect from you. So some cultures, some industries, some careers, it's people are just listlessly unaware of decent behavior, civility, healthy interactions, human to human interactions, respect. So 9 of Cups. So look at her sitting at the beach and meditating. I think at the core of it, a human soul is looking for this. And if we're not getting this after so much technological advancement, supposedly, and the ability to communicate and be in touch and to inform our family and friends that we're safe, then that means we have a problem. Okay, we have a problem. This just reminds me of like a person I know, and somebody I really considered was a very, very close connection to me. Just I mean I would be the ones to check up on how they are doing most of the time, and after a very long time I just like received a phone call from them, and it was just weird, and they just inquired if some other person that we were connected to in common was going to visit in the month of February. And it was also sort of like an accusatory question, like, they're going to visit in February, right? And I'm like, okay, that was my cue. That was my cue to see if I'm connecting with the right sort of people, and are they wishing the same for me, right? Are they wishing this same wish for me, or do they have this similar wish, this core pure human wish? Okay. And also, like, she's sitting with the Nine of Cups, like in a meditative state, so she's checking in with her own heart and her own gut feeling as to whether she's happy. She's not looking into, other people's business, and like, forget about like interrogating somebody else about somebody else's like business or routine. Okay, so a lot of things now seem so far gone. Also, with the fact, like, the story of the Pied Piper, would you have your children follow anybody just like that, or any system just like that? Sometimes I feel that this is I think this is what the story was trying to teach us, like, do not let your children just follow strangers. How well do you know they are caretakers, caregivers, teachers, etc.? So I don't know, it's complicated. It's still complicated, but it's time that we have been given the time and the opportunity. This is the right time to start thinking about these things and implementing them in our life, in our society, and then it will percolate through the society, and we will finally possibly have a civilized society in our lifetimes if we begin now. That was the Wheel of Time, Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. Also, right. So we were talking about a detour yesterday that you were put on, right? So since I'm using the Everyday Witches Tarot deck, of course I have to, like, my mind had to go there, right? It had to go to the time when Harry misspelled Diagon Alley, the first time he used flu powder, and he said diagonally and ended up in Nocturne Alley. So and then he had to hide because it was a very, very, very shady place, right? So it was that sort of a detour, but he learned very important, he learned crucial information. He saw the dark side and how it works. It was not all fun and games, but it was educational. It was a learning experience. It showed him what people out of alignment with him were like. The Death card that looks like Snape. Not like Snape, but looks like a Death Eater. The Death card looks like a Death Eater. That's wonderful. I think I'm going to stop shuffling. Let's see what cards we have, okay? We have the Empress. Look at that, 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, Empress, and then the Judgment card. Like, finally, we actually see the possibility. We've judged the scenario that's in place in front of us. We've judged the scenario in our life. And we know that we are in the best of our times. We're the best of our times. I mean, it can only get... Ooh, you guys. The Emperor. You all saw me shuffling these cards. Emperor and Empress. What did I tell you? Together, energetically, we have moved into this space, okay? Energetically, we have moved into this space of like this happily ever after. We have the 9 of Cups here and the Empress and Emperor, right? And transformation. The transformation is happening. The mental transformation especially is happening, because the static is more static in my mind, in my ears, is more louder than the physical crazy construction sounds, like, you know, happening across, like, from me, like, you know, very, very close by. And I don't know, like, they just got really loud when they found out that I was back in town. And then, but then since last night, it was like, okay, like, you know, the static ringing in my ears just got louder, right? And there was an energetic attack as well on my let's say root chakra type of attack. Okay, so that was very, very awful to go through, and especially when you're fast asleep and happily asleep. We have 7 of Pentacles. Look at all the work that you've put in and the fruits that are coming through, and you don't care if the grapes are sour, because this is the sweet gift of hard work and dedicated work, right? So whatever effort you've put in work-wise, actual work-wise, you know, whatever you've created for yourself, like, you know, the ability to have the skill, and have the skill through your skills, through your mind, through your actual physical body, like, you know, through your words, etc. Whatever it is, like, you know, it's taking shape, it's taking form, it's appearing, the gifts are appearing. We have the King of Wands. So somebody has been well informed, okay? Look at that, King is teaching the cat on the table. I love the imagery on these cards. Okay, so there's a map. So you're going to see the road map ahead. So I also had this feeling, like, you know, some of us might be just getting up and off out of the airport lounge and just walking through and finding a way by foot. Since we want to do this solo, so you don't want to be in a flight where you are stuck with other people or dependent on other people. Nines are very independent energy, and we have the 9 of Pentacles gracing the reading. I feel there is 6 of Swords. I feel somebody's running away with something, getting away with something, okay, in the dead of the night. And that's what it was, and that's what happened, and that's okay. Like, they're being moved away. They're definitely being moved away. So this is, again, it's a confirmation. So if you've lost something, if you've lost some memories, especially because swords are the air element, and also the spectrum of the mind. So if you can't recollect something, it's good riddance, because again, like I said, how all the static in my mind and the noise levels just going up. Okay, I think I've got to get that. Now we'll see you. I'll pause the reading. This could also mean somebody's running away with some sort of information. Swords are also information, right? So somebody has some information which is going to possibly go against them, right? Or this information is going to be very disturbing. So disturbances are being taken away from. When I say they, like, do not go out like, you know, like a stooge and investigate the matter. Like, you know, we are far beyond all of that now. Okay, we've always been far beyond all of that. It's their world. It's the world of all of those conspirators and co-conspirators. We are so far away from them. So if you're called to or if you'll be, of course, you are not being insensitive to the amount of trouble people are going through, okay, because of having these people be around us in the same spaces that we are, okay. I know it is very, very, very troublesome, but the thing is, we are not included in the major scenes of investigation, is because we know, we have that assurance and confirmation that they are going to be moved out of our spaces, and not by force. It's going to happen intelligently, okay. It's going to happen unknowingly, unsuspecting, and just like we just are going to get a confirmation that these set of people, these set of minds, these set of influences, on the general psyche around us or in our life are being moved away, right? So just know that, this sort of stuff is, like a chunk of this has just been, I heard dismembered, okay, has just been dismantled and taken up and moved far away from you. So you will see a lot of people are not going to show up in the way that the amount that they used to. A lot of things are not, a lot of activity that used to be very disturbing is going to completely stop, okay. Since not even stop, it's going to be transformed. The depth here, it's going to be transformed. So the collective mindset is going to be transformed, as in we are not going to be afraid or having to be hyper vigilant all the time. We're going to actually get to enjoy life, and especially with like the emperor and empress showing up here together, both portions of you, the two sides of you, the two polarities within you, functioning in coordination. Finally, this could also mean that two people are coming together. 8 of Pentacles, two people, you coming together, finally seeing the divine masculine and divine feminine in two individuals working together, instead of two individuals having to take up one polarity at a time. For example, both of you have to take up the divine masculine and the divine feminine. That's where you're polarized at the mind, because that's how it was split. There was a split, but that's all come together, and the 8 of Pentacles, look at her mixing all of those things together. So all of the different so hypervigilance is no longer needed. So you're no longer having to focus on one aspect of anything, or split, the group splits, the unit, your soul tribe splits, or you and your counterpart, your person, your partner, having to split and then go their individual ways. I think that's completely transformed. Something happened last night. Something definitely happened last night. I think it's final. There's and I said it in yesterday's reading as well, there's some sort of finality in this. Look at that, the happily ever after. It's here. Energetically, it's here. Mentally, it's coming together. So the quality of your mind and thoughts will obviously decide how fast or this comes to you. So that's why we have the Judgment card. So now the Judgment card where she is celebrating. She's celebrating. She's creating sounds of celebration. Finally, okay. a hermit mode as well. You need to give yourself time to recover from this Ace of Swords, to be able to communicate this to other people. Okay? Ten of Swords, there could be some sort of absolute ending that you might have to speak that ending to somebody else. What I've noticed is that the counterparts will first practice with each other what they have, the difficult things that they have to communicate with others. But this time, like, there's a lot of soloists. This is the soloist movement, okay? Energetically, you all are together. Mentally, you all are coming together. We are coming together with our counterparts. After this one last solo mission of communicating that this has ended very clearly, both of y'all will have to do that individually to whoever it is, if you all have not already done that. And then we have the Four of Wands coming together. Coming together in happy union. Four of Wands is the 11-11 card. Look at that, finally, the happily ever after here. And so that's where I want to stop today with this reading. I hope it helps, and I will see you in the next one.